Hey, what's going on, guys? Cliff here with just a word from my heart to yours. Now, listen, I want you to put aside just a few moments to hear me because God is on the move. He is on the move. Despite what you may be hearing on the news in 100,000 different ways and repetitively the same kind of things, God is at work. He's at work across the street, our backyard, all over the world, across the street, everywhere in between. God is at work. Now, one of the things I want to highlight here is just how God is moving in a place called Liberia, West Africa. Liberia, West Africa. Now, some of you may know this, but I actually connected with an amazing group of young people from Liberia, West Africa, and we actually wrote this book together. Okay, I doubt you can see it properly, but it's Liberia's Silent Revival, the ongoing fight to fulfill its name, and the young people leading the charge. Now, what you have before you, I'm not going to go through this here, but it's a presentation that I've put together for a specific audience. I'm not going to share it here, but for leaders, for pastors, and so on. Okay, but it's just really, I'm touching on this. I'm using this just as a small guide. I'm going to use a few slides here, but I wanted to give a little quick update on what they're doing. So they just purchased a land that's costing them about 500. They're looking to purchase a land that costs around $500 US. Okay, $500 US. Now, this is a group. These are young people who it's like they dream very, very big dreams, and then they put one foot in front of the other. You know, that's a great way to live. Their faith is just so encouraging. This group here is a group of young people aged 18 to 24. And really, that's a word for somebody. Dream big dreams, dream huge, bigger than what you can imagine, then just put one foot in front of the other. Just one step. What's the next step? That's it. Now, I can tell you as a way of testimony, and hopefully this speaks life to somebody, I'm all the way in Canada. They have people that have come across, and I don't want to paint too much of a rosy picture here, like this is all, like everything is falling into place like so easily by any stretch of the imagination. But people have come alongside in various ways to help. Now, the whole motivation for this book is to introduce them to international partners, okay? So when we wrote this book, we wrote it in such a way that, number one, it would inspire every reader, and that, you know, people would then at least consider Liberia as a place to, at very least, support financially, pray for, or even visit. Okay, and as you know, those who are missions focused, those who have a mission heart, to consider going to Liberia. Okay, or including Liberia in their places of possibilities to serve or to do things in. And really, yeah, that was the motivation of this book. Now, I was helping them before in different ways. I was making videos for them, made a few videos here and there, kind of thing. We got a little creative, but I said, you know what, or we said, you know what's going to really help stabilize you guys and just make this even more a stamp of approval? If you have a book, okay? You see, a book adds a different level of, you know, just a different dimension to your efforts. And this is a very powerful and well-written book. Pick up your copy today. I'll show you at the end how you can pick up your copy. But they're looking to buy a land. They're dreaming big and to build churches and so on. Disciple, train, minister. Now, let me just say this here quickly. In so many places around the world, planting a church is not like, I'm not throwing the church here under the bus by any stretch of the imagination, but unfortunately, you know, where a lot of us live, Canada and the US, unfortunately, sometimes when you open up a new church, a lot of times it's people just coming from one church to another. Oh, I don't like the pastor. I don't like the worship music. I don't like this. I don't like that. Oh, this looks like it's a more livelier church or whatnot. So let's go there. Again, we're not judging people who leave, and we're not throwing the church under the bus. But what we'll say, though, is unfortunately a little too often that's the case. It's just more than we are proud to admit. it's it's not church growth, it's a church transfer growth. That is not, it is not like that in many places around the world. Liberia, that is definitely not the case. A church planted in an area is huge because it represents then the arms and feet of Jesus in a real way. So serving the community, a headquarters for the believers to get together, and a powerful place where people is coming to visit and they experience something they've never experienced before. I'm telling you, actually some of the authors of this book got saved, and the stories are in there by simply a friend just inviting them to church, and they experience something they've never experienced before. I'm telling you, it is happening a lot. Matter of fact, the key author of this book, Jairus, actually he's on the screen there. Actually, okay. Actually, let me say that's Christian is one of the authors. Jairus or Cyrus. Christian Teoscar, he's one of the authors. Very powerful testimony. Very powerful testimony in the world, making music, now God used him to help churches with their music program and taking their music program to a whole new level. It's all, you read that in the book too as well. I'm just saying this to get excited, but the planting churches is a priority. You see, it's powerful. All right. Won't read that, but I want to end off here just quickly how the small ways where you can help, where you can get involved. Okay, number one, buy today our book. I want to encourage you, go on Amazon.com, Amazon.ca, Amazon.co, Amazon.uk, wherever you reside, wherever you live. All right. Amazon.com, Amazon.ca, pick up your copy, and encourage you, actually pick up 3 or 4 copies. Okay. Give to your youth pastor. Okay. Give to, if your church has a missions director, give to your missions director. Okay. Give to a leader. We want this out there in the hands of leaders, number one, but those who even have a heart for missions. Okay. Those whose heart is for mission work around the world. Get them a copy of this book. Okay. And number 2, pray for Liberia. Liberia is a very strategic nation. It is located in a strategic place. And this is how Liberia is set up. It is set up for it is just positioned so beautifully revival. The way the villages are so spaced out. You see, something happening in one village can easily spread right across the nation. So right now you have people going from one village to the next, sharing the gospel, sharing life, right? Then follow House of Hope Liberia by connecting with Cyrus Wyma. Connect with him on Facebook. Get connected to the House of Hope Liberia team. But I want to encourage you, get involved. I want to close off, and also, by the way, yeah, this is just very recent. You can get the ebook copy now. So you can get an electronic copy at revivalliberia.store. Okay, check out the website, available now at revivalliberia.store. Now, I want to end off with this to further inspire you to pick up your copy today. Hear what the Lord is up to, what He's saying. Now, check out this review. If you want to know about life in Liberia, you will like this book. It is formatted well and easy to read. The stories of all the young men were authentic and real. I am impressed with all of them and hope and pray they keep up their good deeds. God bless the authors who are a part of the House of Hope Liberia and the editor of this little 53-page book. I rate it to be an excellent read. Take that in. He rates it to be an excellent read. Now, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who it is, but I looked and see the other reviews they gave. This is a person that gives a lot of reviews. Okay. And also, he's looked up books on Africa. So he's looking for books on Africa and locations and so on and so on. And he came across our book. He bought it and left us that very good review. And he's somebody that gave honest reviews. So lots of 3-star reviews, talking about, kind of thing. But anyway, I just share that to say, as validation. So another way you can help us huge, pick up a copy and then please leave us, especially if it speaks to you and you feel it's a good read, please leave us a review. It will help us huge. Reviews are huge on Amazon. They are huge. So help us pick up your copy today. God bless you.